Ringside Reality.
Welcome to Rings. I'm Jonathan. Oh, I gotta say name.
I am.
Brother Nero. Can you speak?
Have mercy!
Copyright. No, you got us copyrighted already.
Alright. I just was. The thing paused.
Copyright infringement. This is a parody, so they can't sue us.
No, they don't know we exist. My name is.
No.
My name is Chris, and we are live in Cambridge, and it's weird.
We're outside.
We
Having
just
a
play this
few.
in the background the whole time.
Having a few. Jeez, let her go. Having a few brewskis in the beautiful Cambridge, Ontario here.
Johnny's next to me is weird.
Yeah, this is the first podcast we've done where we're both in the same location. Usually, we record separate and I edit it together, so we'll see how this goes. Chris is lighting up with smoke.
But I got smokes and beer and ready to talk some wrestling. It's a good scene, actually. We went to the Blue Jays game yesterday.
Redneck Central here.
We went to Toronto.
Toronto Blue Jays game yesterday, but the real story here is we met the best human being and the worst human beings ever in the world.
Pretty much, yeah.
So the best human being, we didn't get tickets to go. We went out there trying to get tickets, see if we can get them from a scalper or from the ticket office or whatever. So we gave up all hope and started to leave. And on our way out, some random guy with two of his kids said, Here you go, guys. Want 2 tickets to get in?"
He was Mexican, I think.
No, he wasn't at all.
He looked kind of Mexican.
He's not Mexican.
Maybe
He looked like
he was.
He looked like Kevin. What's his face from Kevin O'Leary or whatever his name is from Dragon's Den.
Alien
Alien Gonzalez. So he gave us free tickets to get in.
Mexican guy gave us free tickets.
He gave us free tickets to get in, which is pretty cool. So then we're sitting in the Blue Jays game,
It was nice.
and okay, there was this guy behind us. This is what we got to really talk about.
Torontonians, really.
This is the real story. So
Toronto thinks they're the New York of Canada, basically. So you got to put yourself in a situation where there's 60,000 New Yorkers or Torontonians, and they don't really talk like you're accustomed to. Put it that way.
well, this guy, he started talking and talking and talking.
He was a legend, apparently.
Oh, he did everything that anybody could ever do.
He was young too. He's only like 25 years old. Somehow he did everything.
So he was there with one of his buddies, and his buddy barely spoke whatsoever. This guy talked for the whole game, 3 hours straight. So the best story he told, by far, was how he danced in front of 20,000 people at Air Canada Centre
Bollywood.
in a Bollywood show. So
He's white.
here's the story. This is the whitest guy I've ever seen. He was dating this girl who used to be a model, apparently, which never happened. And
no. If you've seen this guy, that definitely did not happen.
no. So he said he used to drop her off to her dance recitals, and one day her dance partner didn't show up, so he had to fill in apparently. And they decided they kept asking for him to come back, so she had to go to a dance recital at or a dance I don't know, I guess competition or something. I don't know.
It was a show. It was like
a show. Yeah,
It was like Cirque du Soleil, but for the Bollywood people. So basically, it's for some reason people would pay not just like 3,000-4,000. They fill up the ACC, so there are 20,000 people pay for the show.
Oh, wait a second. But they paid $102 per ticket.
Well, $102 exactly for the ticket, which is amazing. And this guy also has his own show too, apparently. But anyway, continue.
So he drops her off. Then they tell him to stick around, and then he said, "I'm sitting backstage," and they're like, 5 minutes to showtime, guys.
2 minutes to showtime.
2 minutes to showtime.
30 seconds to showtime.
And then he's like, next thing you know, I'm on stage dancing in this Bollywood show with 20,000 people.
He's never danced before, ever. This is the first time he ever did it, so it's like something out of a fucking movie, because this guy's had no experience dancing Bollywood style, and he's mad white. But he went out because his missus' dance partner broke his leg or something one time, so he filled in, and he was so good that he went out. Anyway,
so we're watching trying to watch the baseball.
Stories, eh?
We're trying to watch the baseball game while this guy's behind us just spouting out all this crap.
That's how.
There's many times I wanted to turn around and just punch him right in the face.
Yeah. So what happened was the guy went out and was helping his girlfriend get warmed up or something because she was in the show, but her partner wasn't there because he had a horrific accident and broke his legs or something. Like, he broke both his legs at the same time, apparently. So anyway, he went out to help her to get ready, like warm her up or something, like, you know, like he was in the bullpen or something. So he went out, and I guess one of the people that was the like producing the show seen this magical fucking act and walked up to him and was like, "Buddy, who are you?" And he was like, "Well, my name is," insert his name, whatever. He was like, "You're amazing." He's like, "Have you ever danced before?" He's like, "No, this is my first time." And he was like, "You're better than one we got." So out of nowhere, this guy who never danced Bollywood before is in front of 20,000 people. He was put in the actual show, apparently. But the best part is he told that story first. He had 3 stories about going to the Air Canada Centre. 3 of them. You know, we're trying to watch a baseball game here, man. I'm just trying to watch a baseball game and having a good time. He had 3 stories. But he told that story first, which should have been, like, you would think that's the climax of the story. But he's like, "Oh, we'll get back to that story." And then he went on and told a couple of more stories about watching TV at a Raptors game, and when he turned his chair around, he could watch the actual game. When he flipped it the other way, he could watch the TV screens. I mean, this is stuff that's not even stories, really. But it kind of took, in a way, it took away from the game, but also added to it, because the whole time I just want to top down the goddamn balcony and I really want to kill him, honestly, I did.
Well,
so it was like one of those things where it was so bad it was good, I suppose.
Remember, he said, what was it? The last time he went to see a Blue Jays game, he went there because he had a TV show or something.
He's got a TV show that nobody's ever heard of.
Roberto Alomar was on his TV show.
Roberto Alomar, yeah. It was Blue Jays legend. He's in the Hall of Fame, man. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so this guy's on his TV show. Somehow, so imagine the biggest douchebag you'd ever imagine, and this guy beats it by a landslide.
You know that guy from Step Brothers, the brother in Step Brothers with the abs and everything? That's like the biggest douchebag. Shooter McGavin is not the biggest douchebag as this guy. And he was a pretty big fucking douchebag.
Yeah, he's
Shooter.
Shooter.
So it was a good experience, and it was Johnny's one of his first times. Well,
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
That's a classic line. Anyone over 30 has no idea what that means.
Or under 30, you mean?
No, it's like 2 years in between.
Yeah.
So it was Johnny's first time down to the Sky Dome. It was an interesting experience. I mean, it was really busy. Just a city life, but it was a good time. And
it was a good time.
Yeah?
I had a good time. But,
hold on.
The Rock says. You smell what the Rock is cooking?
No.
So a little bit of wrestling news. Speaking of The Rock,
it's been a quiet week actually.
Yeah, but speaking of Rock, it came out today that back in early 2000s, I guess 2003, when Rock left, he was thinking about going over to the UFC.
The Rock says.
I never thought Rock and UFC mixed together at all.
In 2003, UFC was fucking bankrupt, wasn't it?
Well, they just started, like.
They weren't anything big.
No, it was like 2005 when they started to get big. When they had the Ultimate Fighter, the first Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, like it wasn't anything big. Friggin'.
I don't know what he's talking about. I've never seen The Rock as a UFC
Like,
fighter.
The Rock was going to Hollywood in like 2002 or 2001, I guess, with Scorpion King or something. But by 2003, he was a huge star. The UFC was basically nothing. I can't even see why he would decide to go fight.
I think it's just bullshit by him. He's just talking to Dana White, and that's what he said. It caused like a headline, I think.
Yeah, The Rock's full of shit. I don't believe that story at all, actually.
No.
But.
So,
I mean, he tried to pave the way for others.
Speaking of UFC and WWE, so CM Punk has announced his fight September 10th. September 10th is when CM Punk makes his UFC debut. Well, hope so. Hope he doesn't break his back in the meantime.
It's not going to break his back. I think I was in high school when he announced he was going to UFC.
Just born?
I was just born. I was an embryo when he announced that he was born. Somehow I'm still there. I was negative 4 years old. And somehow he's only now starting. Which is funny because, like I said before, the fact that Brock Lesnar's fighting before him is hilarious. But I got a feeling he's not too happy with the Brock Lesnar thing because, I mean, I'd be pissed off too. The limelight was on him, WWE started coming, now Brock Lesnar's back, nobody cares about CM Punk anymore.
God, no.
Like, CM Punk's just going to end up back in WWE again like everybody else. They all come back.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah, no one ever gets out. It's like the Hotel California. Know your role.
You can check in, but you can't check out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't see him. I don't know. I see this as one fight deal, honestly. He's going to come in, get his ass kicked, and be done with it. He's like fucking 48 years old, man.
What's the other thing? Brock Lesnar said he compared Dana White to Vince McMahon. He said they're very similar people, apparently.
Yeah.
They're always similar. I think Dana White said on record before that he took a lot of his...
Shut your mouth.
Alright. Flies flying around me. Alright, so yeah, he said that he took a lot from Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon's business antics and stuff like that, so it doesn't really catch me as a big surprise. So probably the biggest news, obviously, is Roman Reigns lost the title at Money in the Bank to Dean Ambrose.
MITB.
Which was a pretty good pay-per-view. I thought it was probably the best one in a long while. Compared to the other ones they put off, man.
I don't know. I didn't think that. I thought it was.
Come on, compare that to like Payback or something like that. Like it was way better than Payback.
All right, Gangrel's coming out. Apparently, here comes the fucking Brood, man.
The Brood walks into the backyard.
Daylight 2 seconds ago and it's gone pitch black here.
Spit no blood.
I don't know what's going on. Someone spit blood at me. But anyway, no, I don't think it was. I thought the other shows were better overall.
Payback? Come on.
I thought Money in the Bank was a stinker up until Cena and Styles, and then the main event. Like I thought Reigns and Styles was better than Styles and Cena. Like the matches were better. I thought both.
Oh, yeah.
The first Reigns and Styles match was way better than Cena and Styles. I thought, and then I thought that the main events of both shows, which were Styles and Reigns, were better. I thought the undercard was the undercard on this show I thought was horrific. Like I thought it was worse. I thought it was 1995 undercard. Like I thought it was a bad undercard.
The actual Money in the Bank.
There was a lot of botches. There was
the actual Money in the Bank ladder match was, I don't know. It had some spots that was good.
It was a 2-match show. Like really,
yeah.
like I mean, and Styles Cena was a good match. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it was good.
The
Money in the Bank match was probably better than I thought it was going to be.
The women's match was garbage.
The women's match was garbage. Sheamus, man, Rusev took on Titus. Sheamus took on Apollo Crews on a fucking pay-per-view.
That's a superstars match right there.
Like it was just, I didn't think it was a very good show. I mean, until about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I was bored senseless. Like I mean, I just thought it was it was like watching an episode, not even Raw, really. It was watching an episode of the big event from 1986 or something.
The guys online have been talking about it. The Smirks online they said it was all right.
I don't care what those people say.
Like, I'm just saying that the critics say that it was a decent pay-per-view, but I mean, when you're giving so much shit,
well, it was a
so
WCW paper. It was hyped up it was basically like a 1 or 2 match show. I mean, you could sell the thing. It's just like a Raw where it's shipped for 3 hours, but they end with a good match, and everyone goes, "That was a good Raw." Well, no, it wasn't. It was 3 hours of fucking crap that happened to fucking cliffhang at a decent ending segment. This was the same way. Like, I can't sit through 2 hours of crap and watch an hour of something decent and then go, "That was a good show." Like, the bad outweighed the good, I guess I'll say, about Money in the Bank. But the story is, I guess, that Reigns lost the belt, and I mean, nobody ever thought he would lose the belt yet. But the only reason why he lost the belt is because the goddamn guy's on drugs or something, and he was getting suspended.
Yeah, so that's the next story.
So now kind of taints it, really. Like,
so the next story is that Roman Reigns got suspended for 30 days for a wellness violation. But
he's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's just the guy who does drugs. Just say no, Roman.
But like, it kind of taints it because it came out afterwards that they knew about it beforehand.
He's not a bad guy.
See, I don't even think that's right. If they know about it, then it should be immediately suspended.
Isn't it?
He should be immediately suspended, taken off the show. Like,
if it was anybody else, they would have been immediately suspended, except for John Cena.
I don't like
Randy
that.
Orton when he was going through his drug-infused phase of like 2006. But like, it's not fair, really, because like someone like Fandango or something, it gets a wellness policy, and that morning WWE's like, we basically wish him future endeavors. They don't even really suspend jobbers; they kind of just get rid of them.
Yeah, so, I don't agree with how they just like. They still put him in the main event and this kind of deal and like hid it away from everybody until afterwards.
I'll tell you one thing. Going back to Money Back for 1 second. Raw wasn't like stellar this week, but I thought Raw was a better show than Money in the Bank the night before for 3-hour product. Now it might have been because commercial breaks came in and I can go take a leak and fucking get a bag of chips or something, but I thought that Raw the next night was better than the Money in the Bank show overall.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so I know Reigns come back 2 days before the next pay-per-view.
They're still promoting him as like in the main event for the next pay-per-view.
So he's probably going to win it back just because he's just getting a slap on the wrist here. And it's Vince's project to keep Reigns champion and basically put him over crazy.
That's horrible, man. I don't agree with, I don't know. The fact that they only took it off him because he did drugs is stupid. And all the fans were super happy, but he's going to get it back, which kind of ruins the next pay-per-view for me.
It ruins the next pay-per-view, and it kind of taints Ambrose's run. Like it kind of makes it seem like, you know, when they don't want you to be champion, you just do it because, you know,
you're a transitional champion to wait till Druggy comes back. You know what I mean?
Wait till that guy comes back. He's fucking duck face and everything. So
the duck face.
Like I think what happens at what's the next pay-per-view called? Battleground?
The Battleground, yeah.
Like, Lesnar's coming back after UFC if you don't get fucking murdered, right? To SummerSlam?
Yeah, we talked about that too.
So, like, I'm assuming, like, Lesnar, we talked about this before, that when Lesnar comes back, he hasn't been in the title scene in a while, and he's got to be back in title scene. So I think whatever happens in Money in the Bank is going to basically be around Lesnar. He's not going to come out maybe, but their future plans are going to be based on who Lesnar fights at SummerSlam for the title. So whether they want it to be Reigns or Ambrose, I think it's just based around what Lesnar is going to do in the next pay-per-view. Really, like he's got to be back in the title picture at SummerSlam because he can't fight nobody else. He's been
Who's
through
he
the whole,
feud with?
Well, he's been through the whole roster, right?
Yeah.
So
who does he feud with right now? So Bray Wyatt comes back on Raw. He's feud with the New Day.
they can't
Cena
do
and Styles.
Bray Wyatt sucks.
I know. Cena and Styles. And then they got the Shield in a three-way. Like, who's he come back and feud with? Fucking
Ric Flair?
I don't know, man. Like, it's weird. He's come back and fucking feud with like Bo Dallas or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's so dumb. Who's on that caliber that could
The
be
only
with him?
person that I'd like to see him feud with, but he's too busy fighting the cab driver, is fucking Owens. That'd be a
Owens.
good match.
Yeah.
Because he'll come back as a face automatically, especially from the UFC and all the publicity. He's going to be a face, and Owens is the best heel he got, and he's a beast. Like, he's not as big as Lesnar, but he's a big guy. And an Owens Lesnar SummerSlam, like, Summer Showdown thing,
That'd
I
be
can
good.
see that.
I'd like it.
But
I know
I
who'd
think
win.
they got basically they're going to tie Owens up with Zayn for the next 47 years.
Oh,
I'm
he's
pretty
gonna
sure.
be feuding him for the rest of his
But
career.
like the storyline on that doesn't even make any sense because they already feuded a couple months ago. They had like 3-4 matches and they kind of put it behind them. But once again, WWE kind of forgot what they were doing, had money back. Now they're just back fighting again. It's just like, well, you just did this.
Miz comes back next week, so I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
I don't know. Like Miz is fucking.
He's the IC champ, but they do
he
something
can
with
feud
him.
with anybody really, but I mean,
Yeah, but I say it's gonna be Miz and Cesaro. Because I had a funny feeling they're gonna put the title on Cesaro soon, the IC title.
yeah,
I don't know, I
they'll
gotta
probably give him the
fucking-
IC title. But so like I don't know what they're gonna
But
do. But
then you get the brand split coming. So what happens there? You know what I mean? So can you put Lesnar against Owens? Owens might be on fucking SmackDown. Lesnar might be on Raw.
well, it's fake, so they'll keep them on the same show if they're gonna feud them together.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not gonna.
But and that's another deal. Is Lesnar eligible for the draft even though he's not there?
Lesnar and Reigns aren't even going to be at this draft show, which
Yeah.
is like.
Are they still eligible though?
Well,
Like,
Lesnar will be there maybe because the fight's on like the 5th or something, and this isn't until the 21st. So Lesnar might be at the draft show, but what the hell is that?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do.
The draft is kind of weird to me because
You're taking the belt off Ambrose, I can tell you that. They're not gonna keep Ambrose champion. Like you said, he's paper champion. He's transitional. They might as well put on David Arquette really, because he's just gonna hold it for a month. I swear to God, they're gonna give it back to Reigns. If they go with Reigns and Lesnar at SummerSlam again, I mean, it's been like over a year since they last fought, but
it's still going to be the same kind of whatever match. Like, yes, I'd like to see Lesnar
Not big
win
money
it,
on.
but are they really going to put the title on Lesnar if he's coming back for one match? He might be back for one match, not come back till fucking Royal Rumble, man. There's no guarantee this is he's back to after SummerSlam for good. And
I used
maybe
to
it's
like
come
when Lesnar was champion and he didn't show up only like 3 times a year because they made the champion seem super special.
well,
it was
you go
like-
back to the Hulk Hogan days
Yeah,
back
it was
in the
like
80s.
Hogan only fought on Big Four.
Yeah.
And like when Lesnar was champion, he disappeared for 3 months. You're like, when he came back, you're like, holy shit, here's the champion again. Because the champion shouldn't show his damn face every 2 seconds and fight on every main event. It just takes away from the title, right?
Yeah, because Hogan, I remember being a kid, loving watching pro wrestling.
I used to put Dominion bags on me because they were yellow. I used to rip the Dominion bags and put them down over me, and then I used to
Then
run
rip
over
them
and
off?
rip them open. And Mother was trying to save them, so she used to get all mad at me when I used to rip open Dominion bags. I was a huge Hulkamaniac.
But I remember only seeing him on main event. Like, that was it. I mean, he didn't show up on every single show. He'd never show up on main event. You'd have to buy a pay-per-view on VHS for those kids who were, like, super young. Oh, hi, Mel.
Hi.
Mel's on the podcast. Mel's out here in her bathing suit now, Don.
You're sitting there pissing.
All right, Mel. The world is listening.
I'm sure they don't want to hear about you in a bikini.
The 5 people who listen to it.
I think it's up to 25 people that listen to the show.
Well, I can guarantee they don't want to see me doing it.
I can't see you because you're on the radio.
Or even think about it.
Jesus. Anyway. Sorry, we're just... Mel's putting out the garbage here, so... Get back in the house.
Get back in the kitchen.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't know. Like, once again, like, it's just like... I don't really care, really. I just don't want Reigns to be champion. Other than that, I don't really
Well, they're
care.
gonna do what
Rollins
they're
can be champion. Lesnar can be champion. Ambrose can be champion. Ambrose being champion kind of makes weird because they booked him like shit all year.
Yeah, he's been horrible all year, and we lost every feud, didn't he?
he lost every feud. He got booked like shit. Now all of a sudden he's champion. So again, it just goes to show.
Kind of makes him look weak, almost like the Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho thing they did. Like,
Well, they got to take care of their.
Jericho was a weak champion, Rey Mysterio was a weak
Tell you what I seen
champion.
the other day though. I think what they're doing now is going with the. What's his face there? The Bulgarian Rusev. You know who he's gonna fight at SummerSlam, don't you?
Titus O'Neil again?
Make Darren Young great again. Darren Young's gonna come back and fight Rusev because he's like got the American thing going,
Yes, sir.
and that's gonna be his first match. He's gonna win the U.S. title at SummerSlam, and he's gonna make Darren Young great again at SummerSlam.
So,
Can you imagine the pop he's gonna get?
Darren Young's... We were talking about Darren Young the other day, his whole make Darren Young great again with Bob Backlund. We come up with the best gimmick for him ever. This has to happen. If this happened, it would make my life complete. So,
Well,
get this.
it started with Backlund saying, like, he was going to run. What was it? It started with Backlund kind of saying something about running to show to show or something.
Yeah. He was basically saying, like, he was going to hide his car keys to make him run to the show. Or whatever.
Yeah. We should make him run everywhere.
So then we're like, why don't we make him run everywhere? So, like, from state to state and, like, across the country, across the Atlantic and stuff. So then we're like, what if he did all of this and then, like, his little thing was that he'd run into the arena before his match and he'd run into the ring, like, run down the ramp.
Just make the match in time.
Sweating and stuff. And then he gets in the ring and he's all pumped, ready to go, and he just passes out and loses every single match.
That's a good gimmick.
That'd be deadly.
And when they're fighting in England and stuff, they can show him swimming across the Atlantic with Backlund in a rowboat or something right next to him, screaming at him with a megaphone. And he runs from Chicago to LA and everything. And he makes it just in time every time. He just walks in, passes out. Sometimes you don't have to make it to the ring, too. You can pass it on the ramp and get counted out. But then 3 or 4 months later, like we said, he somehow makes it in the ring. And you don't expect him to win because you're so used to it, and somehow he pulls out a victory, and you got a success story going there.
Yeah, because he keeps getting better and better, obviously, because he's training, right? So.
Yeah. Eventually, he just starts to get a few punches in, I guess.
They can do so many things to that. So let's say they're in Philly, you can show him running up the steps, the whole Rocky steps and
Well,
stuff.
you can do something. Every city has like its own thing. Show him scaling the CN Tower or something. Like, you can do anything, really. But I think it's been going on for like.
He hasn't debuted. He's been gone for a few weeks now.
I think he's going to take the belt from Rusev, is it?
So, yeah. I mean, yeah, but the Shining Stars have gone downhill, speaking of vignettes.
I don't know where they are now.
Well, they did a vignette, like green screen vignette. They don't even have him in, like, someone just got shot.
Here we are in Ontario. Someone just got shot in my backyard. There's a guy dragging a dead body across my backyard as we speak.
Yeah, so the Shining Stars are shit.
Yeah, so the big news was Roman Reigns, UFC, Brock Lesnar. Money in the Bank was good. I like how they're keeping the B pay-per-views with like what they call bigger, like Big Four matches.
We're blowing through these fucking topics pretty fast here, actually. We've been talking about this all weekend too, so
Johnny's been here for like 3 weeks, and we just sit around and friggin' talk about it. So
we should have recorded more podcasts, but we haven't even really. We've been on the go.
I've been busy. I'm tired, man.
But he's a working man.
I come home
He's
every day.
a manly man.
Come home every day. I'm tired. I get home.
He gets
Johnny's-
all bitchy and has to go take a nap.
I took a nap today.
Some Monterey.
I'm smoking 4 cigarettes every 10 minutes. So yeah, we kind of like talked about it all and everything, but there's not really much going on really when you think about it.
Well, WWE's contacted a bunch of legends apparently to come back, but the story makes no sense because they said the legends they contacted were Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle. So Rey Mysterio is under contract with AAA, so they can't even talk to him.
Fucking internet bullshit, isn't it?
Yeah, Jeff Hardy's under contract with TNA. They can't even contact him. It's illegal for him to contact him.
TNA contracts aren't exactly legitimate.
No, but
Boy
still.
pays him in fucking Mary Brown or something.
Bus fare home.
Yeah.
Half case beer.
Bucket of chicken.
And they come out today that the Kurt Angle thing is not true. Like, he's not coming back.
Well, I ran on WrestleZone there, and WrestleZone is always a reliable source. Oh, yeah. But no, Meltzer said that they'd never contact. But Angle was on a podcast a couple days ago and said it's not a matter of when, it's if or no. Not if, but when.
Yeah. So he says he's coming back. So I don't know. It's really weird.
But like, the story at its core makes sense because they're going to need more people.
Who do you believe, really? Well, that's what they're saying to fill up the roster. They were talking about they're going to get some legends back to just give some name value because, I mean, it makes sense because let's say they does the brand split, right? Mm-hmm. And then everybody breaks off and they brings up NXT and it rapes NXT. They got like Apollo Crews and all these guys on SmackDown, let's say, for example, they're gonna need some names, man. They're gonna need somebody to draw viewers, and nobody's gonna sit there and watch like Apollo Crews versus Ty Dillinger on SmackDown. That's not gonna draw ratings. Ty Dillinger is on NXT, the Perfect 10. You know, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the Perfect 10.
Yeah, so that's not gonna draw ratings though. They need some big names.
Yeah, but they can raid NXT, can't they?
They're
Because,
going
like,
to.
Like, the whole point of NXT is not to have like certified stars, it's to build a new one. So if they raid them what we got now, that means it's deadly because now it starts over again with like the new crop. Like the crop that's there now is either TNA washed ups or guys that's been around for a few years, right? Made their name in NXT. So raid them all and start back from scratch again, and then all of a sudden you got a new crop of talent coming up
In NXT, but I'm talking about
NXT.
SmackDown though. Like, can you sell a SmackDown when it's like you said, 2 hours of shit, and then at the end there's a decent match? Like, no, you need some names on there. You need somebody on there.
Need someone with a bit of cachet on that.
Yeah, so if you knew that Kurt Angle was going to be on SmackDown next week, you're probably going to watch it,
I would.
right? I mean, these names, people are going to tune in to see these people. They're not going to tune in to see somebody they don't know. We were talking about this before. Casual fans versus hardcore fans. Yeah, listen, if they're saying that Samoa Joe's taking on Austin Aries on SmackDown main event next week, I'm going to watch it. That's a decent match. Casual fan has no fucking idea who that is, man. They're like,
Yeah, no fucking
Austin
idea.
Aries? Who the fuck is that?
I seen Austin Aries Samoa Joe fight 12 years ago in TNA. I got no freaking reason.
But I mean, casual fans don't know these names, right? They want to see the guys from 10 years ago. As much as we talk about, you know,
But I told you before this week, like, I'm over that whole fucking internet thing where everybody's like all down on they're bringing back these old guys. They're bringing back these old guys. They should be pushing new talent instead of Lesnar versus The Rock at Mania. Like, The Rock's the only spot. It should be Zayn versus fucking Owens or something, because I like these guys and I'm an indie mark. Like, I'm over all that. Like, bring back the people that got name value, because that's how it makes money. It's all about the money.
I don't agree. There should be all name guys.
Oh yeah, all name guys. You don't need no wrestling. You just need people coming out.
Hulk Hogan walks out, and just rolls down the ring.
If you're, swear to God, right now, if you're gonna watch pay-per-view with Hulk Hogan versus Brock Lesnar, The Rock versus Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle, and just keep going through those old washed-ups, or you're gonna watch pay-per-view with Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus Cesaro, you're gonna go for the pay-per-view with all those old washed-up has-beens. That's just the way it is. It's unfortunate.
Yeah,
It's
the
like-
pay-per-view itself might be garbage.
Oh wait, horrible shit.
Oh, you didn't know?
It's gonna be horrible fucking garbage, but it'll sell, wouldn't it?
It's going to sell like crazy.
It's gonna sell more than fucking.
That's what I'm saying. So you need some name value on those shows. Like, they can't just bring up everybody from NXT and make a show out of it on SmackDown. They need somebody to be on the show.
Well, I don't know why they don't bring back even like mid-carders from back in the day. Like, can't you bring back old what's his face, old Mr. Kennedy son or whatever his name is?
Oh, Mr. Kennedy.
What's his name now?
Mr. Kennedy. Oh, it's Ken Anderson.
Ken Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, bring him back. Like, start bringing back the old fucking mid-card guys from like 10 years ago. Bring back old Spirit Squad or something.
Shelton Benjamin.
Shelton Benjamin. That was
He's a
another
good
thing. Like,
talent.
that's another thing that pissed me off. He was a good talent, but everybody wanted him to be fucking star and champion. He was given mad chances. The guy was bland as fucking paper, man. Like, he had no. Like,
He's a good in-ring talent.
he was good in ring talent, but this goes back to what we were talking about. Shelton Benjamin was deadly in the ring, but the guy was fucking had no charisma, and he couldn't talk at all. And people were like, well, he should be champion because he can wrestle. Who the fuck's gonna buy a pay-per-view with Shelton Benjamin on the top? If you're like a guy scrolling through fucking cable and you see like, oh, SummerSlam's on tonight, hit the info, Shelton Benjamin versus someone, you're gonna be like, no.
No.
I'm not watching that. You want to see someone with a bit of name value.
Yeah.
But
and that's
bring him
what I
back.
mean.
Like, he was a good wrestler.
Well, they can bring him back, put him in like upper mid card.
Bring back Mabel.
He's dead, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think he's dead. I think he lost his legs in the
Viscera's
fucking accident.
dead. Kamala lost his legs.
Henry Godwin got no legs either.
Viscera's dead.
I don't think he is.
He is dead.
Bring him back anyway.
Zombie Viscera.
Fucking get him out of fucking ground. Bring him back.
There's a few guys.
Henry
Rob Van
Godwin.
Dam could be brought back.
Yeah, Ron has a contract somewhere though, I think. Same as everybody else.
I don't think he's.
No, he's got under contract with Wendy's, eh?
He works at Sears.
He's got a contract with fucking Home Depot, I'm pretty sure. Stacking lumber in the back.
Just Incredible.
He's
Working
probably
at
back
all,
into fucking doing old flips on the 2x4.
didn't Just Incredible work at an Olive Garden?
I think he
I'm
still
pretty
does,
sure.
doesn't he?
Yeah. Just Incredible used to work at an Olive
so-
Garden. Or he used to be a Walmart greeter too, I think.
No, I think that gotta be lies. Why? Like, you're not gonna go that far downhill. You're gonna be a Walmart greeter.
Goes from fucking ECW champion to being a Walmart greeter.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, just bring back some people, but
There's a few decent mid-carders they could bring back,
I
for
mean,
sure.
bring back some big guys. Bring back some big carders.
Carlito. He can
Yeah,
be brought
Carlito
back.
can
There's no
come
reason
back.
why he can't come back.
Friggin' Umaga can come back.
Pretty sure he's dead too.
Come
He's
back.
dead.
Come back.
You can't bring back dead people.
Oh,
Vince starts raising the dead.
who else is left? Umaga can come back in. Friggin'
Fucking Chris Candido and Crash Holly and
I bring him back. Bring back Sonny.
oh, that'd be bad there. Should be a
Okay.
fucking fucked out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, it's always Sonny in Philadelphia, or what? What
It's always
is it?
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sunny Side Up or whatever is the name of it. Fucking, she looks like she's been.
Oh, let's talk about Ric Flair and his old fucking $500 phone calls he's taking. You were talking about that for a little bit.
I talk about that every day this week, actually.
So Ric Flair's taking phone calls for $500 for a 5-minute phone call. So you know you're down. You know you've lost it. You know.
5 minutes.
You know you're downhill when you're taking phone calls for $500 for 5 minutes. Who's gonna take a phone call for 5 minutes with Ric Flair for $500? Like, man, come on. I wouldn't mind talking to Ric Flair on the phone.
Woo!
I wouldn't mind talking to Ric Flair on the phone.
Really? Like, you're
But
such a merc. Why would you want to talk to Ric Flair, man?
Because he's Ric Flair, but I wouldn't pay $500
He's
for
not
it, man.
Ric Flair anymore. He's not even Ric Flair.
He's still a two-time Hall of
Who
Famer.
cares? He's a fucking drunk. You might as well go talk to your old drunk uncle somewhere or fucking have a conversation. Maybe he's saying things.
Well, you
like
know, like I said the other day, the call is going to be him going, woo!
Well, I said it was going to be him. It was going to be some impersonator. Or fucking Ric Flair's going to pay him $20 to pretend he's him because he says he takes calls from 10 to 6 during the day, which is when he's in primo shitface mode. I'm assuming. So it might be entertaining, but who got $500 drop on that?
Maybe it's just a recording. It's probably him just going, on the wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, limousine riding, jet flying.
I wonder if he
Son
cries
of a
halfway
gun.
through it because that's all he does anymore. Is cry.
Whenever you just got on the phone, you're like, you're a piece of shit. Your daughter can't wrestle. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
He
you
just starts
can say
crying.
you can say anything you want to him, really, because you know what? If he gets off the phone before the 5-minute mark, I want my money back. The
Yeah.
lawsuit's coming out everywhere. So if I talk to Ric Flair, I tell him to phone, clean his act up, stop being an alcoholic, fucking stop beating your wives.
Have you ever thought about going to rehab or something? Probably.
Well, he's been in rehab, I'm sure, a few times. So Flair, that's like that movie, The Wrestler, and all
is
these
Flair's life,
wrestlers got mad at the movie. Even though it was like an Oscar-winning movie and it was a good movie, but all these wrestlers
a
got
good
mad
movie.
because it depicted them in a way that they didn't want to be shown as basically
But
like
it's real
once your
life,
run
though.
is over, that you turn into this fucking living in a trailer park, working indie shows for like $50 a night, doing
that's-
drugs, getting drunk.
That's
So-
90% of wrestlers.
no, I know.
though.
So all these wrestlers came out and said, like, how dare you paint us with that picture to say that we're all like this, but that's exactly what it is. Like, Jimmy Snuka's a murderer, Ric Flair is an alcoholic, Jake Roberts just got clean, he was a disaster.
Scott Hall, same thing.
Scott Hall's still the same thing. Like, they're all like it, so I don't know why anyone would get mad, because it's pretty accurate if you ask me.
There's only a few of them that actually gets out alive. Really. I mean, most of them are fucking fucked in the head, or drug addicts, or alcoholics, or something. Man, they're all messed up. There's only a few of them that got out
Wrestling's
clean.
a dirty business. She's a dirty whore of a business.
Yeah, and it is.
She'll
but-
destroy your soul.
It is, but there's a few guys that got out. I mean, like The Rock, well, he's not out, but I mean, still, he's got like fucking tons of success and stuff. I can't see that fella in 20 years
Yeah,
being
but
an alcoholic, fucking beating his
The
wife
Rock
and stuff.
went to Hollywood, but how many wrestlers got out? Or how many wrestlers are in their 60s now that were wrestlers in the 80s and shit that are normal?
Well, there's probably hardly any.
Dynamite Kid lives in a wheelchair under a bridge somewhere in England. Like, he's fucking eat.
And most of them are psychos. Fucking
Iron Sheik?
Iron Sheik, Superstar
Superstar
Billy,
Billy, he's a
Billy
fucking
Graham.
nutcase.
Yeah, they're all crazy. Even, listen, as much as WWE wants to suck Ultimate Warrior's dead dick,
Alright.
he's like, he was a horrible human being.
All War was a horrible piece of shit that, and even, it was a weird thing is usually when people die they're praised up, but it was like a couple of months before he died he started sucking his dick. But,
China, you mark my words. Next year's Hall of Fame rolls around. She's gonna be put in. They're gonna talk about her how she's the best and all this stuff. Man, they fucking hated her for the last like
she
15
just got
years.
gangbanged by like 12 wrestlers dressed up, fuck Hulk Hogan and Stephanie McMahon in the ring. Like, I mean,
They hated her for like 15 years, and now she's the best thing
didn't she
ever.
take 4 dicks in the ass or something you said? Like
Yeah.
quadruple
Oh, yeah.
fucking ass bang or something?
Oh yeah, she was taking like.
That's mad anal gape there. Like, holy fuck. That's
Was that like
impressive,
Orgasmo? Remember, was it double anal, double
actually. Yeah,
vaginal or something?
That's fucking impressive.
spreading her like a Christmas
Wow, if
turkey?
they put 4 dicks in her ass, I mean, that's just like, alright. Like, really? That's not even physically
Well, she
possible.
do anything
right?
for money. I mean, and that's what a lot of them are like. Even, you know what? It's a shame to say, but like even like guys like Bobby Heenan, who God rest his soul, like, he's not dead
He's
yet.
not dead, man!
No, but like he's got no throat and he's got like throat cancer and stuff. But even him for the last like 10 years, he's going to like these wrestling conventions and indie shows, sitting at a fucking fold-out table, giving out photos and autographs
Just
for
like in the
$5,
wrestler, humanoids everywhere.
Yeah, like you look at it and say, "Boy, listen, get up and like take a picture of me for 2 cents." He'd be like, "All right, well, another fucking 100 of you guys, and I got $2, and I can go get myself a fucking pint of beer." Or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Shocking, desperate, really, isn't it?
they're all desperate. It's weird because I don't know if it's like the lifestyle, like it's the circus kind of lifestyle. They don't know how to manage their money, or
because they live on the road and they spend all their money and live this high life because they're celebrities. But once it ends, WWE ain't fucking NFL or NBA or NHL where, like, they're all taken care of. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
once you get out of wrestling, that's it. Vince don't take care of the rest of his life. It's not like once you sign the contract, all of a sudden you're going to be making money your life. You're done. And then
They're
they get
also
out,
making
and then
less money
whatever
then.
money they made, they keep living that lifestyle for a year or two, because that's all they're used to. And by the time a few years is up, guys are broke.
yeah.
Got no fucking money. That's why I said you should bring back the British Bulldog. Like, he fucking still wrestled.
Another guy who's dead, Big Boss Man.
Yeah, like, these guys can all go. But, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, wrestling's a hard old business, obviously. Like, people says wrestling's fake, and it's fake as fuck, yes, like, as far as predetermined goes. But, I mean, the lifestyle within it, holy shit.
Well, I don't think any sport has killed more people.
No, the only one I can think of, and that's because they kill themselves and kill others, is NFL, because they're all criminals.
Yeah.
Like, everybody in NFL's goddamn murderer, or beat his wife, or murdered his wife, or killed himself. And that's the only, and even then I don't think it's close, because the NFL guys are usually in their, wrestlers that die in their 30s and 40s, like, I've never seen before. Really?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's the lifestyle. They get so used to it. I guess it's strange. Actually, it's
Like,
strange.
the Million Dollar Man told a story of, like, when he left WWF, he was a Million Dollar Man. Like, Vince used to give him money to go out and spend because he wanted him there was kayfabe.
Yeah.
Which means that even when he was out with his family, going to a store in Florida
He had
somewhere,
a fancy suit on and-
he had to be the image, right? And then when he got out of it, he kept doing it. He kept living like he was the goddamn Million Dollar Man. And all of a sudden, he had no money left. He's down in fucking pretty much living on the street somewhere until he signed with WCW, and then,
Well,
that way.
you also got to look at this. They're not making as much money as every other sports
No,
star.
only the top, like, 2 guys. Like, Cena made like 12 million last year, which is that's more than like Sidney Crosby makes. But it's only the top, like,
Because
you
they're
gotta be
independent
top
contractors,
5%, really. Like, the bottom 95% are just making. Well, they're making good money for what people. Like,
Well, they're
us
working.
make.
While they're working, though, once
Yeah.
they get out of it, so you could be a shitty player, and you're still in the NHL, so you're still a decent player, no matter however many shit you are.
The lowest pay, 800 grand, I think, is the lowest contract in the NHL.
So you're making $800,000 a year,
That's the shittiest player in the NHL.
and you're probably signed for 2, 3, 4 years at a time.
Yeah.
So, like, these wrestlers don't get signed for years at a time. You know what I mean? You're probably signing a year contract, maybe.
Yeah, especially if
you're
you're a
lucky.
fucking jobber or something.
And
Like, how much money did Barry Horowitz make in wrestling, really?
like, he probably made enough at the time when just getting through.
Remember, he used to do that thing where he tapped himself on the
Chris
back?
is patting himself on the back.
I wish
like
there was a
Barry
video
Horowitz.
camera here now to show everybody I was pat myself on the back here like Barry Horowitz. He beat old Zip or Skip or something,
Chris
didn't he?
Candido, yeah.
They made a fool out of him. But yeah, like, he had no money. Like, these guys are working. There's
Well,
lots
he's
of
working
wrestlers.
some indie show
No,
tonight.
well, there's wrestlers all over the place. There's like, I got out of wrestling and I work like a normal job. They work in like a printing factory or a fucking car factory, or they do construction or roofers or fucking
Meat?
crackheads.
Meat's a
Who?
chiropractor.
Oh, meat.
He's a chiropractor,
I
yeah.
wouldn't want meat working on me, would you?
Can you imagine? Buff Bagwell's a gigolo, but he's a fucking male prostitute.
Yeah, like, he's a male prostitute, man. Like, seriously.
Can you imagine? He's fucking like, he's got to be 45?
Who?
Buff Bagwell.
Buff Bagley, yeah, he's in his mid-40s, correct?
So you got his mid-40s washed up fucking steroid. He been steroids his whole life probably. So he's got all saggy old man tits and stuff.
Big old shrivel up dick.
He's your fucking gigolo for the night? Come on.
Boy, Buff Bagwell's definitely got no penis. Like, after all
It's
these-
gone inside of him.
But, yeah, so wrestling's a hard old business. That's what's going to happen to Roman Reigns, looks like. He's just going to end up being some fucking old cokehead or something. With his duck face, because, like, maybe he'll kill himself.
Alright.
It's like, just a chance. I mean, like,
Well, there's a chance.
how does he sleep at night when he goes home? And he's probably, like, Cena used to be able to take the booze. He was like, oh, he embraced it. Reigns actually looks hurt when people boo him. See, last week he's like, why don't everybody shut up? Let me talk. I think he's going to cry, man.
Yeah.
But
He doesn't look like he takes it very well, no.
No, like, he's gonna end up like fucking Lex Luger or something. You seen Lex Luger lately? He looks fucking
He
retarded.
can still go.
What? He can't even walk, man. Henry Godwin got no legs and he can probably do better than him.
Yeah, Luger's like 80 pounds in a wheelchair, so.
He's seriously like 60 pounds, man. So, I mean, you know, like, it's fucking hard times for people like that, man. What else is on the go this week? Oh, Reigns kind of dominated the whole week, really.
Yeah, well,
which just sucks because everyone hates him and no one wants to talk about him, yet that's all we talks about, which kind of pisses me off. But it's like, oh, he's not a draw and everything, but all we talks about is Roman Reigns, which means, does that mean that he is a draw?
I don't know if
It's
he's
weird,
a draw, but he's...
Like, if I was fucking Vince, man, I just fucking thought about this, like, give him back the belt at fucking Battleground. Like, you gotta picture this. There's no publicity and controversy that doesn't make money. I guarantee you more people are going to tune in to Battleground now just because
he's on it.
And what happened to him, though.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what people buy is fucking controversy.
Yeah, everybody no, there's no
so
such thing as bad publicity. So you think he was
getting nuclear heat before. Now there's going to be people going, I hate this guy even more now because now he's tainted as fuck. So actually, this could be a cash cow, man. Like, maybe the best thing to do is give back to him, piss people off even more.
Yeah, but they need to make him a heel. They can't keep promoting him as a face of the company.
No, you got to turn him heel.
Got to.
But
like, there's no way he can come out and the commentators be like, oh,
Roman Empire.
Yeah, and they're like, he's the best and all this stuff. That doesn't work anymore, man. Like, especially where WWE announced, like, they released a press statement saying that, you know what I mean? They can't keep it under wraps anymore, so...
Like, I just think, like, even because it's bad news, like, maybe just, this might be, as far as creating fucking talk and getting shit stirring up the pot, you know, like, he's a straw that stirs a drink right now because even when he's gone, the longer he's gone, the more people are going to talk about him. It's just the way it goes. So maybe just give him back the belt. It could be the best thing ever happened, actually.
That's why I figured they would just let him go until, like, SummerSlam. That's what I figured. Oh, look at this.
Oh, Jesus. The old girlfriend's bringing us out beer now, everybody.
Frozen in the freezer.
Because they're all frozen in the freezer. That's me trademark. I'll leave beer in the freezer and let them burst all the time. It's basically trademark. So yeah, maybe give it back to him, like. Although, I mean, I hate Roman Reigns, man. Like,
oh yeah, he's the worst.
But what else was on Raw? Like, what else is going on in WWE anyway? This like the mid card seems to be like so dead to me. Like,
yeah, it's all about the match now. It's not about the story. It's all about the wrestling.
I know, but like I love wrestling. Like, it's the only reason why I watched wrestling growing up, and it's still like pretty much. One reason I watch because I love good wrestling match. I'd rather watch a good wrestling match than a good story. I've always said that.
Well, you want a good story
but
too,
I need a good story to go along with it. But like,
you need to be interested. You want to tune in to see the story too.
Like the best thing that like there was some good stuff on Raw. Like the Jericho and Ambrose and Jericho Owens and Del Rio had a great skit backstage. I think it was ad libbed. I don't think it was supposed to happen because Del Rio can't talk. So
Owens fucking owned like
Del Rio, and then Jericho piped in because he's great with comedic timing. But it's a good little segment, but like
Jericho and Owens they're deadly together, man.
Just alright, buddy's over there with 4 beer cans and 2 full beers over there, fucking. Yeah, like the mid card, it's all about like basically it seems like all anyone's talking about right now is the brand split and like the Shield matches, which is good because people are talking about it. Well, there's not really a lot going on like after that. I mean, you turn on Raw and Owens and Zayn were still going.
Everybody's about the Shield, but like in all honesty, I wasn't even a big fan of the Shield.
They were just kind of, I liked them, but like I thought they were the best stable of the last few years.
Oh,
like they were better than goddamn Legacy or something.
Yeah, but I wasn't a huge fan. Like it wasn't like I was marking out over the Shield.
Hold on a second, let's ask Melanie. What were your thoughts on the Shield? Did you like them?
Who's that?
Well, did you think they were good baby faces?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She has no idea what that is.
Do you know who John Cena is?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, see, everybody knows who John Cena is.
Do you know who Dunk the Clown is?
No.
Well, yeah, like I don't know. It's just, that's kind of what's dominating everything right now. And with the brand split, like after the brand split happens, it'll pick up a bit. I think. Like I'm just worried about SummerSlam really because, like you said, we're talking about the other day. It's good to have all these B pay-per-views with good matches, but it leaves no time to build up like a special match because if they're all just good matches and good, every card has like a big match. Then so from Battleground to SummerSlam, I think there's like 4 weeks. So now, how do you make SummerSlam feel any different than Money in the Bank or Battleground?
Yeah, so you
don't have enough time.
So they blow their load on Battleground and have the 3-way between the Shield for the title. What do you build for SummerSlam?
That's why I think Lesnar's got to have something to do with it.
Yeah, but I mean that's the IWC wants to see this whole Shield triple threat.
That's the internet wrestling community.
Okay.
That's what they want to see. So if you're going to give it to them right now, Then there's no build, there's no excitement for it. Big deal, I'll see it in a few weeks. I don't want to see it again, man. You know what I mean? I want to see it for the next 6 months.
But then on the other side of that, if you don't give him that, and you give him old Luke, or give him Harper and Rowan versus fucking Rollins and Reigns as the main event, then people will tune out because it's like, well, that's no good. And now you got to get them back for SummerSlam because they've left.
That's the problem.
So the only way to
you
do
don't have
it,
enough people to keep it interesting.
You got to keep it interesting the whole time. So it's like a fucking double-edged sword.
Yeah.
There's no way to win, really. There's no way to win with the internet wrestling community because they're all a bunch of fucking dicks. And they're all like 14 years old. Like, let's be honest, the internet wrestling community is not 40-year-old people with families and shit. So their maturity level is not exactly what you call good. They're all a bunch of guys that, like I said, you don't know what ending means. You don't know what burying means. Like, it's fucking hilarious to me. Someone loses a match like, oh, he's been buried. Like,
oh, yeah, you can't lose more than one match.
People always someone's got to lose.
Yeah.
But like the IWC is basically a bunch of kids, really. Like we're probably like on the top of like the older people that are part of the IWC.
In terms of like a build, so let's say for example, take the AJ Styles Cena thing. So AJ Styles goes over Cena, but they had the club interfere. So that adds a deeper level to it because Cena can come out and say, well, you didn't beat me, this kind of deal.
Well, it keeps it going, right?
Yeah. But now, they got a 3-way with the Shield. Where do you go from there? That's it. It's over with. Well, whoever wins, they wins.
I mean, you can do...
Lesnar comes out and interferes, maybe?
Yeah, but they're mad stupid. Like, if you're doing a triple threat with Shield, I can almost guarantee if you're going to keep this going to SummerSlam, 2 guys are going to pin 1 guy at the same time. So, Reigns will be down. Alright. I don't know what the fuck that was. Reigns will be down. And Rollins and Ambrose will crawl over at the same time, both put their hands over top of them, and the referee will count. And then he'll come out on Raw going, who's the champion? Now we go to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So, like, that's how they get out of everything. They just do these corny old angles where it's like, you know there's a guy getting paid, like, a shit ton of money in a writer's room. But, like, you can't listen to people in writers' rooms, can you? There was a guy in a writer's room one time that said, we should put sharks in a tornado. And someone said, that's a good idea. They were writers. That's a horrible fucking idea.
But it paid off.
Yeah, I know, but think about who originally said that. 25 people. We should put like sharks around a tornado, boys. That'll be good. Anyone in the right mind will go, what the fuck are you talking about? Really? Like, are you talking about sharks in a tornado? And David Hasselhoff's going to be on the moon with an American flag at the end of the movie saying, God bless America. Then he falls off the moon. As he's falling, gets eaten by a shark. He fucking spits the shark and and lands on the beach. And then Pamela Anderson runs up and he kisses and the movie's over. That was a horrible idea on paper.
Yeah.
But it paid off.
Yeah, but we're living in the internet age. People fucking... You watch it, it sounds retarded. When you watch it, you're like, alright, that was fucking ridiculously good.
So... That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're probably going to have 2 people pin 1 guy, and then it's all of a sudden, and we got to go on with this for another fucking month.
Vince gets... A lot of people complain about how Vince is...
Shut up! Alright. Sorry.
A lot of people talk about how Vince is, like, not with the times, and I agree with it. Thing is, Vince is a business genius. Like, he built a fucking company.
He invented wrestling according to that one guy.
Right. He invented wrestling.
35th man invented wrestling, and he's still top 10 wrestlers in the world, no matter how old he gets.
That's ridiculous.
That's the worst list I've ever seen before.
He didn't invent wrestling.
Let's
just say that right now. Like, anybody who's not really a big wrestling fan, Vince McMahon did not invent wrestling.
No, it's not his idea.
No.
He didn't come up with the whole concept of 2 guys going in and having like sort of a ballet, so to speak.
No.
And heels and faces and pops and cheap heat and all this. He didn't make that shit up. That was around long before Vince came around.
Vince popularized wrestling.
Wait,
he made it mainstream. He didn't even really create pay-per-view because the first pay-per-view was Starrcade.
No, I don't think.
I was watching it today.
Who said that?
It happened a year before WrestleMania, and it was the first one to be on closed circuit TV.
What source?
It was on TV, man.
What TV?
I was watching online. Starrcade happened in 1983. The first Starrcade did. First WrestleMania was 1984, a year later, by the way.
Listen, buddy, don't you go spitting knowledge to me.
So, it was the thing I was listening to today.
Yes,
10 things that WWE stole from WCW.
I know, but like the thing is it doesn't matter who came up with the idea, it's who popularized the idea.
No, I was just saying, like, most people say that, Vince made pay-per-view, or he made this, or made that. He didn't really make it. He's made it mainstream.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean just because WWE, they didn't come up with the idea of it, did they?
No, well, boxing probably did. You know what I mean?
Whatever,
really.
but Vince is the one that took it to the masses, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He made it mainstream.
Who was booking WCW back then? Bill Watts or something, wasn't it?
Back in the early 80s?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure, man. Bill Watts was around that time, yeah.
Bill Watts in the 90s or maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway. But yeah, Vince...
WCW didn't even exist in 83. It was actually NWA.
When Vince, as much as Vince sucks, and as bad as he is, He's done way more good than bad. Everything
for
what we're
sure.
doing right now is because of Vince McMahon.
He just gets a
All
bad
the
rap
memories
online,
that we
that's
have
all.
of wrestling, all the fucking times we sit and watch wrestling, it's all because of Vince. So he's done way more good. We got way
He
more
just
good.
gets a bad rap online for what he's doing
But
today.
when Vince dies, which he'll probably never die. I don't think Vince is going to die. I think Vince is going to live
He's
forever.
fucking invincible.
Invincible? Horrible pun that time.
What a pun.
But anyway, friggin' when he dies, a part of me is gonna die with the industry. Because it won't be the same to turn on Monday Night Raw knowing that Vince ain't back at the gorilla position. And like I fear that I'll lose all interest in wrestling or something. I'm afraid to know what's gonna happen because he is wrestling.
Yeah, I wonder.
Without knowing that the big dog is there, not Roman Reigns, but Vince. Like I'm afraid, I don't know if it's gonna be sane, man.
A good example of it, I was watching on.
He had the greatest send off of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was watching on the WWE Network today for $9.99.
Why'd you promote that? We're not
It's a
getting
joke.
paid by WWE, though, are we?
No, jeez, I wish. But they had the Ultimate Warrior hour-long special or whatever.
Oh God.
But no, he made a good quote on it.
Who?
Ultimate Warrior did. He talked about when he went to WCW. He said there was nobody really running the show. So he's like, people were coming up with these ideas,
Yeah.
but they weren't being filtered through anybody. There's nobody there to say that's a good idea, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of people fucking talking.
Yeah.
Ayo.
So that's the good thing, though. Can you imagine how much shit would be on TV right now?
That's what he says, Vince, man.
If Vince wasn't there to say no to it.
That's exactly what it is. Everybody ever said, who's head bookers, or friggin' even the biggest stars they had, Austins and fucking Hogans. Nothing went on that TV show. Not a fucking thing. Without Vince saying yes. You could be anybody. You could be Dusty Rhodes, booking. Vince Russo. You had to go through Vince.
Yeah. Can you imagine how much shit would be on there right now if Vince wasn't there to filter through?
Yeah.
As the shit we get now, obviously some people's going to say, well, Vince is about with the times, he doesn't get it. Can you imagine if
You
there's
wait till
nobody
Vinnie
there?
Mac dies. Like
Well,
I
then
say,
you wonder if Triple H is going to be that guy.
well, I know what Triple H is already. Like
He's
Triple
the indie guy. He's a wrestler. Vince wasn't a wrestler. Vince was a businessman.
Vince is a businessman. Triple H is not a businessman.
He's a wrestler first.
All the young people that are waiting for fucking Vince to croak or to retire, so that fucking Stephanie or so. But what people don't realize is that Stephanie took over booking of Monday Night Raw. She's the head writer. She has been a head writer since 2003, I
for a
think.
long time, yeah.
She's been head writer for 13 years, and this is part of the reason why Shane left. But she's been head writer for 13 years, and obviously when she's the head writer, that automatically makes Triple H the head writer because they sleep in the same fucking bed.
Yeah, he's
So-
going to lie in the bed next to her
So
and say,
two of
well,
the
like,
boys are going to be like,
or
you should do
whatever.
this. If my recollection serves me correctly, wrestling's been going steadily downhill since the Attitude Era, which ended in like 2001, 2002. With the exception of like SmackDown for a couple of years, it's been going right down
That
the
was
shitter
Paul Heyman.
the whole time. So the people that want Stephanie in charge and want Vince or Triple H in charge, guys, what you're getting now is technically Vince ain't writing this shit. Triple H and Stephanie write it, come up to Vince, he takes the shit he don't like and throws away, and he keeps the shit he like. So you've already got what you're gonna get. This is Stephanie and Triple H booking the show. People seem to think that Vince comes up with the ideas. He comes up with ideas, but he's not actually the one that books the show. He has people come up to him, don't they? And say like, oh, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Who's that? Oh. Like, so we're pretty much already down that road, I think. But it's going to be a sad day. We'll see what happens, but I'm pretty much saying it's going to be anarchy. It's going to be a fucking disaster, actually. I'll probably stop watching wrestling forever. I don't know what I'm going to do.
That ain't happening.
Well, it won't be the same, man. Right, babe?
What?
When Vince McMahon dies,
Oh.
like, you don't even like wrestling, you know that he dies, it's not going to be sane. He's the goddamn head of the show.
Him.
Everybody knows him. He owns the goddamn company. He's
I
doing
know
it.
him. I know Macho Man. I know Jake the Snake. I know
Oh.
the Undertaker because he scared the shit out of me when I was little. And then just the new people because I watched Total Divas.
Oh,
She knows Nikki, Brie Bella, and Daniel Bryan.
and she knows, and you know, Paige and shit.
Alicia
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
Do you know, like,
And then the twin guys or whatever. Black dudes.
the Usos?
Oh, the Usos.
Oh my god,
Remember his comedy thing?
that was horrible.
I hate the Usos.
Don't you know, like, who else? Well, you know, Macho Man, Jake the Snake, Undertaker,
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock.
The Rock, Stone Cold, Bret Hart.
Yeah. Well, I know a few, I guess.
Yeah, so you know
The mainstream ones.
Yeah. Do you know who Shawn Michaels is?
Yeah, I kind of remember him.
Yeah. I'm not your sexy boy. Do you want to come out and join us?
No.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Shut down. Yeah, Total Divas is basically what the main normal person today
What?
gets from wrestling nowadays. Is Total Divas was just a horrible show. This fucking show is shit. I can't even believe how bad that is. I can't even watch it.
It's Mark, that's all though. It's not that bad, but I watched the Misses. It's actually pretty good.
I can't even watch
We
it.
sit down, freaking shit seats for like, goddamn, run, Nikki, run.
So can't do it.
Maybe we're gonna come back and we're gonna have well, Johnny's gotta go back to work.
Oh, I got it all next week off. We'll do something next week.
We're gonna start introducing some ideas that we got for themes of the show, or reviewing some old stuff, or kind of taking little segments out of the show instead of just rambling on for an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Throwback Thursday or something. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stupid shit.
Horrible. It sounds horrible. I'm not doing that.
But along those lines,
Throwback Thursday.
Along those lines, we'll do a episode where we talk about old school wrestling, or we'll talk about managers and how that's a lost art and this kind of stuff. That's what I like to talk about.
Except Paul Heyman.
Well, he's not in it right now, but I suppose he is with Lesnar a little bit. But
he's an overrated piece of shit.
All right, you're fucking out of line. That's out of line.
He's been cutting the same promo for 10 years.
What?
He is. He just cut the same promo with Brock Lesnar for the last 5 years. Exact same promo. He comes out and says the same spiel about Brock Lesnar and the Beast Incarnate, and then he sells the pay-per-view saying you can't beat this guy because he's Brock Lesnar, and then he goes away.
Are you serious
same
right now?
Same promo every fucking time.
Are you serious right now?
Thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely. He's a horrible piece of shit.
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to him.
He has not been entertaining since ECW. Same old shit, man.
He's obviously pulling your leg, people.
You're not pulling your leg.
Ridiculous.
I'm not pulling your leg. I'm not pulling your arm. I'm not pulling nothing.
He's the best promo guy they got right now. Because he knows how to sell. He knows how to promote.
He knows how to sell a pay-per-view, but you gotta sell pay-per-view more than just one way. He knows how to sell pay-per-view his way. That's it. He just say fucking thing over and over again. You go watch every one of his promos is the exact same thing.
Nah.
Lesnar stands there for 5 years now, and he goes and does the same routine.
No.
Over and over again.
I disagree.
I'm Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate. You cannot defeat him. Blah blah blah, and then he walks away.
No.
With his evil maniacal
Don't listen to him.
He's doing the same old shit.
All you casual fans.
Everybody wants to
If anybody wants to learn how to cut a promo,
what I want to know is
Paul Heyman.
What I want to know is how come every wrestler that doesn't change their character gets shit on for not evolving with the times, yet Paul Heyman can be doing the exact same fucking promo since 2003, and he's allowed to get away with it.
This is one thing I disagree with Chris on.
Horrible.
I disagree.
He's horrible.
No,
he's not horrible, but he needs to shake it up, do something different. He needs to turn on Lesnar or something and cut a different promo.
He's not going to turn on Lesnar. That's the whole point.
How about cut a different promo? Same old shit all the time.
It's not the same old shit.
He's John Cena of managers. He got the 5 words of doom instead of moves of doom.
That's ridiculous.
5 Brock Lesnar, Beast Incarnate, fucking Suplex City, bitch, and Brock Lesnar.
21-1.
And 21-1. That's his 5 words of doom.
No.
He's the exact same thing.
No.
He's John Cena in a fucking goddamn fat body and a bald head. We all know it's true. You know it's true.
I don't know it's true.
No,
Paul Heyman cuts the best promo out of every manager in the last fucking 15 years, man.
No way, man. Have you not seen Slick ever cut a fucking promo?
Oh yeah, that was 25 years ago, man.
Overrated. The Genius? Are you comparing Heyman to the Genius right now? Oh, really?
The Genius.
He's overrated.
I don't believe that.
He's horribly overrated.
In terms of seems like there is no managers right now. He's a lost art right there.
The lost art in what?
Of being a manager. There's no managers. He's the only one.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When Brock Lesnar's on the card and he's selling it, does that pay-per-view do any higher buy rates? I don't think it does. When he's on Raw,
I'm more interested.
When he's on Raw all the time, does that Raw have huge spikes because Brock Lesnar's Paul Heyman's on and he's selling it like a genius? If he's sold like a genius, more people watch. Nobody else watches Raw even when Brock Lesnar's on it. So there's something wrong.
I know about that. Brock Lesnar comes on and nobody brings him back.
But it's not. It hasn't worked. Brock Lesnar's drawn the same range the last 3 years. Nobody. It doesn't move the meter. It doesn't move the dick. It doesn't move the needle.
I think it does.
No, Brock Lesnar Raw and it's like a 3.1. Brock Lesnar Raw is like a 3.1. It's always the same old shit. And then he comes out and says, "I'm Brock Lesnar."
I don't believe that.
And then Brock Lesnar dances around. And that's another thing. I'm sick of Brock Lesnar's matches. They're horrible. Suplexes people for fucking 20 minutes. He's deadly. That's all he does. Is suplex people. Every Brock Lesnar match the last 3 years is him
I agree with
suplexing
that.
people.
I never said he was a good wrestler.
It's good for the
Well, he's
crowd
a
and
good
the
wrestler,
audience
but,
because they get to count along and it's participation. 1, 2. It's like the swing of fucking death or whatever Cesaro calls it. A swing of Switzerland or whatever the fuck it is. What's it called?
Superman swing.
Swiss
That was
swing?
a Swiss swing or something.
Whatever.
Superman swing or something.
Swiss swing's even better, so that's better than Superman swing. Superman swing don't exist. Why is everybody tagged Superman?
Well, because he's a Swiss Superman.
Yeah, but they used to call fucking Cena Superman a couple years ago. Reigns does a Superman punch. Cesaro does a Superman swing. Horrible. Everybody does the same shit. It's all the same old shit. Anyway, fucking what I was saying was...
I don't know. You're talking about how there's...
Oh, suplexes. Yeah, guy comes out, suplex people. The crowd, the live audience loves it. Well, I don't know, I was sitting home watching the pay-per-view like, why wouldn't we already did something besides the fuck suplex?
Yeah.
And then the whole time he got Heyman out there, he looks like a weasel. He's a good manager. I'm just getting sick of him. I'm sick of him the last like 5 years. I wish he was dead.
He goes too far every time.
What?
Why did you wish he was dead?
Because I'm sick of him. So that's the best way to get rid of someone if you're sick of someone.
Just he leave?
No, he'll still be on Twitter. He'll still be on Facebook. He'll still be existence. He can still make his voice heard somehow. If he's dead, he can't do anything. So
I wouldn't wish death upon anybody except for that douchebag at the Toronto Blue Jays game.
him and Paul Heyman could die in the same plane.
All right, you're putting Paul Heyman up there with like the worst human being ever? No, he's not the worst human being ever,
They're
man.
on par.
No.
Paul Heyman's a weasel too. You know his dad.
Oh
Behind
yeah,
the
for
scenes.
sure. But I mean,
Got me all riled up
For
now.
one- for one, he booked the best SmackDown years. You can't deny
Nigga, that was 30 years ago.
That wasn't 30 years ago. That was 10 years ago, but
More than that.
13 years
15
ago.
years ago. Say it.
2002, I guess 2003.
14, 15. That's so long ago.
But still, he's still a good booker.
I used to be able to play basketball 15 years ago. I can't anymore. Do I still know how to play basketball?
No.
No, I don't.
Doesn't
Paul
make-
Heyman knew how to book a show 20 years ago when he was in 1995, man. He knew how to do stuff in 1995. People talk about Vince being out of touch. How come Paul Heyman doesn't have the same shit
But
attributed
he's
to
not
him?
a booker right now.
No, but even if he was, he'd be the James E. Cornette.
Yeah,
Because
I
his
don't know.
style of booking is probably long passe. All anybody wants to see him with flips and shit.
I don't know. I think if you put him in charge of SmackDown, it'd be all right.
But anyone who listens to this, first of all, is not a casual fan.
All right. For
So
one,
if you're not
would
a
you
casual
rather-
fan,
hold on,
you
would
know
rather
that Paul
s-
Heyman. If you still think Paul Heyman comes out and you still get excited to see his promo, even though I can pretty much lip sync along with every goddamn word he says.
Yeah, just like
After-
everybody else, though. It's big New Day. You can
No,
lip sync
they
along.
they do other shit though. And
The
you know it's
opening's
horribly
exactly
corny.
the same. They can, just the same thing.
But how long has New Day been around? 2 years?
Oh,
How long has
okay,
Paul
sure.
Heyman been doing it? From 2002 to 2005 or something when Lesnar first was there. From 2010.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing like.
Remember, Lesnar came.
Brock
Lesnar came back 2011, man. It's 2006. 5 years now. 5 years. 5 times. It's been 5 years he's been doing that same promo. So I don't understand why it's okay for him because he's good on the mic. But eventually, you're like, well, lots of people are good on the mic. Everyone hates on Cena. Cena's good on the mic. But when he comes out and says, oh, we got a rowdy crowd tonight. Some people like me, some people don't. But it's Monday Night Raw. Everyone's like, but
I
what's
don't
the
know if it's
difference?
feeling from it. He knows how to like really put some feeling into it.
Well, it's fine. I'm not gonna get angry or anything, clearly. But
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that like he's the only manager.
But he seems
Name
to-
another manager nowadays.
he seems to get a little bit of a buy, is all I'm saying.
Well, because he's the only person doing it though. Name another manager.
Xavier Woods.
He's not really a manager.
He's
though.
a fucking manager all the
He
way.
wrestles.
He doesn't wrestle any of their tag matches. He's a manager.
Well, I seen him.
He's their manager. Him and
seen him-
Francesca.
I seen him wrestle like 4 weeks ago. But
I know. He wrestled on what? What show was it?
Raw.
Who did he fight on Raw? He fought on Main Event. He took
No,
on-
he fought on Raw before.
But he's their manager when they walk out.
He's wrestled before though.
He's their manager, though. Like, he's New Day's manager, technically, because he doesn't wrestle any of their tag matches. He doesn't hold
I
the
think
belt.
he's a part of like the Freebird rule where they all wrestle.
What the hell is Atlanta GA?
But he's still a wrestler technically. He's not a manager. Lana is probably the only other manager in the whole company.
So, what you're saying is
And
that...
she does the same thing every
Hold on a
time.
second.
She comes out, you American pigs.
Yeah, but everybody knows she's shit. She's hot. Nobody... Paul Heyman's praised up to be the goddamn second coming of Jesus.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just saying-
but lots of people think that
He-
Paul Heyman is the best at everything. So,
He can kinda
Lana...
go-
Everyone knows Lana's shit, so that's not fair.
Yeah, I'm not saying she should have promo. She
And,
goes
like,
out and she does what she's supposed to do. Though.
So, Paul Heyman is daily on the mic only because he doesn't have anyone else that's a manager, so he wins by proxy.
Really, yeah.
But that's not even... That don't make you good. That just means you're the only person.
Well, because he comes out as a manager, sells the match, he makes you.
But he's the only one, so...
Well, he makes you interested in what's coming up. So
Does he?
Lesnar's taking
Does he?
on.
Did you want to watch him versus Dean Ambrose anymore than you did before he come out and started spilling his mouth about Dean Ambrose.
Well,
I
that's
didn't.
different,
Did you
though.
want to watch him and Reigns anymore? This is all their feuds. Did you want to watch Brock Lesnar versus Reigns anymore when he started talking? I didn't.
But I guarantee you, like...
Well, maybe I'm in a minority, but I didn't.
Yeah, but you look who he's against.
Did
Dean
you want to watch
Ambrose.
him versus Undertaker anymore when he came out every fucking week for 2 years and did 21-1? I didn't. So who's he selling it to?
I kind of did.
Okay, well, there you go. But I didn't.
I thought that was his best time, the whole Undertaker thing.
I don't think he's bad at all. I'm not saying that. Just saying that he seems to get.
You just wish he was dead.
Well, I do wish he was dead, but I wish a lot of people, good people, were dead. Like Sylvester Stallone's probably a nice guy. I wish he was dead too. I just don't like him.
Why?
You know, Rocky, I'll fight the fight. You know.
Why would you wish Sylvester Stallone's dead? That makes sense.
Yeah, because they're like, I fight the big fight. You don't. You know.
That's the most random thing ever.
But what I'm saying is that I don't understand why everyone sucks his dick so much. Like, they cuffs the balls, they swallows the gravy, they gets down there fucking hard, man.
I think it's because they're not used to that. So back in the day, yeah, you just said Slick. But Slick was a part of, like, so many other managers were around at the time. So people got accustomed...
text from Slick, too, for name-dropping him so many times on this podcast.
So people got accustomed to managers being around and, like, okay, you could pick the good from the bad. Nowadays, you got one, and that's all you get.
But that doesn't make any sense. Like,
but that's like saying,
okay,
all right, so you can only buy one pack of cigarettes or
So
one
if
kind.
Theory
You
of a-
gotta like it.
If Theory of a Bedpan or Bad Band or what was the name? Theory of a Bedpan or whatever the fuck the name is, was the only band in the world.
You gotta like them.
No, you don't have to like them.
If you like music, you gotta like them.
You don't have no. You don't have to.
You had no choice.
You do have a choice though because
Not listening to music.
Yes,
That's not a choice.
Exactly.
That's like breathing.
You don't have to listen to them. That doesn't make any sense.
Sure
So you're
it does.
forced to. But you're not forced to. You still have a mind. You still gotta listen.
So if there's no other music ever other than him at the time, nobody's gonna know it's bad because it's all they got.
But the difference is there was way
Not
shit
for
ton
like 15 years though, man. When was the last good manager? Name it.
But I thought fucking Zeb Coulter did a pretty good job.
No.
I thought he was pretty good on the mic.
No.
I thought he was good.
No.
I thought he was better than Paul Heyman.
No. That's Chris's face.
No. Well, Zeb
No.
Coulter was pretty good, I thought. If he would have been with someone besides Swagger.
That's what I mean. He's not with anybody good.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're just talking about manager. Zeb Coulter I thought he was a good manager.
Yes.
Fucking Paulie, or what's his name from fucking Legion of Doom there? Old.
Paul Elrig.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
good.
but that's back fucking 25 years ago, man.
So, okay.
That's what I'm saying. There's not enough to like base it off of anything good.
I just don't understand. I'm confused. We're arguing over if Paul Heyman's good or not. You're basically saying he's just because there's no one else around, he's good.
Not
That's
so
a
much
horrible
that.
argument.
What I'm saying is that there's no one to base it off of. So when he comes on the screen and he talks and he sells a match for that wrestler he's, promoting.
I think he should go kill himself.
Well, then everybody's like, okay, well, this is something different. He's actually talking out there. Next match comes out, there's no promotion from him, there's nobody talking. Then they're like, okay, whatever. So they're like, all right, well, Heyman's promo was good by proxy, I guess. I'm not saying he's the best ever.
No, but
or
he
he's
is
dead.
good. The thing is, on the mic, he's mad good. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
You're
Besides the fact that I want
misunderstanding
him to be dead, is he is good. He's deadly on the promo.
That's
He's
what I'm saying.
deadly
That's what
promo.
I'm saying.
But in 2016 right now, and since 2011 when he's been doing it, I'm just talking about right now. I'm just saying the last few years, everyone still sucks his dick when he comes out. I'm just saying that he ain't that good anymore to me. He's just boring now. It's only so many fucking times you can say Brock Lesnar before I go, buddy, do something else, would you? Like, I'm sick of... By the way, I'm sick of Cena. By the way, I'm sick of Orton.
Well,
By the way, I'm sick of all these guys.
Yeah, I
I'm sick
know.
of Triple H. I'm sick of Stephanie. I'm even sick of Shane already. Because, man, they're living off the past.
Yeah.
So, like, Paul Heyman is technically a deadly fucking promo guy. But he's not doing anything. He doesn't make me interested anymore because I knows what he's going to say. If you watched a movie, man, if you went to see Captain America Civil War and you knew the whole plot, knew every scene, knew every explosion, knew every fucking piece of dialogue, knew how the director was going to bring the lights down and bring them, you knew the whole movie, you probably wouldn't go see it.
No.
When he comes out, I knows every fucking thing he's going to say. So at that point, I'm like, well, I can pretty much mute it, sit there and go, I know what he just said. He sold a match. I want to see it now and turn it back on again. Just all I'm saying. And he should be dead.
All right, after that big long rant,
Dead.
we're like an hour and 10 minutes in, so...
Well, we can cut out all the parts where you talked, and we can just have all the parts where I talked, cut it down to 35 minutes.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Nature Boy. Woo! That's all you got to do is just
Honestly,
cut out you.
all that matters is you fuck.
Well, it's all about me. That's why we're here, because of me.
It's all about me.
Everybody's listening because of me. Nobody's listening because of you.
I don't know about that.
Everybody knows why we're here.
Well, who's here? Nobody's. For like 5 people listening to.
You can't keep putting yourself down like this, eh?
Well, maybe if we had like a logo that I could probably put it online and stuff, but
Well, I got a logo for you right here.
so, somebody was.
You can't put it
working on
online
stuff.
with you with these ridiculous fucking arguments. I'm not going online
I
with
didn't
this.
argue anything really.
I'm not going online.
All
with,
I said was
I don't
that
want to
I
get my
like.
name attached to that.
All I said was I like Paul Heyman's promos. I thought he was a good manager.
I think Slick's better. For some reason,
Yeah.
Slick is just the one that
But I
popped me
mean,
in. Who do you think is better
Slick
manager?
never did anything different though, did he?
No, Slick was horrible. He was horrible.
Every
Slick didn't
manager
do
does the
anything.
same thing though. When I think about it,
No,
They
he
wanted
don't.
to do
Managers change.
they want to see that changed.
Buddy there.
He can't do it.
No, there's lots of managers that changed. Well, I tell you, I'll make you one promise. Managers that didn't change didn't stick around for goddamn 40 years. Heyman was only a manager, or I mean, Heenan was only an actual man. He was on commentary.
Heenan's
remember?
different, yeah.
Yeah, but he was only an actual manager.
Even
for like,
he did the same thing though.
But he was
always about
hold on
like
a second.
he
First,
was always the same manager. He said the
way
same things
different.
all the time.
First of all, he had like 10 guys he managed, which is way more diverse.
Yeah.
Not only that, he was only an actual manager for a couple of years. 3 years maybe. He was on commentary after that for his rest of his life. He didn't manage it long. He's on commentary half time fucking Heyman was.
We also
Or-
understand too, like managers back in the day didn't cut promos though. How many times did Heenan get up in the ring, take the mic,
not
and
on behalf
run,
of the wrestler.
no, and run a promo? Never, really. Elizabeth barely talked. I don't even think she spoke for like 15 years of her life.
Well, she definitely didn't talk when she got a drug overdose by Lex Luger.
Okay. All right. On that note,
Well,
that's
what happened. He
Ringside
killed her.
Reality
He
for another
murdered her.
week.
Lex Luger and Jimmy Snooker are going to share a fucking cell block bleed.
Blah. Buddy's loaded.
I'm not
here.
drunk. I'm riled up.
Yeah. So that's we're gonna cut it here. So
Cell block
We're gonna
bleed.
we're going a bit over time. Nobody wants to listen to us for an hour and 12 minutes, man.
But it's only getting good now. I'm disappointed.
All right. So we'll just cut it and we'll record another one.
This is just horrible now. We're just getting started, baby.
Or we'll cut it, record another one.
All right. Well, you don't have to cut. We're going to delete it.
No, I said cut it, start again, and have one for next week.
All right.
Buddy's getting all fucking fed up.
Get all mad.
All right, we apologize for that outburst.
Well, it's not an outburst. That's what podcast is. If someone tells me that someone's a good manager, and at the same
Oh,
time-
okay. Relax. Bring it down a level. So, people, that's Ringside Reality for another week.
Thank you for listening, everybody.
Have a good week.
Goodbye.